Hey guys, Evan here with another devlog for RetroMMO, and in today's video we're going to go ahead and take a look back at all of the holiday events that we've run in RetroMMO, from the very first one, the Halloween event from 2020, up through the most recent one, which would be the Christmas event from 2021. And it should be pretty interesting because we've upped the scale and tried to top all the previous events for the most part with each subsequent event that we released. So there's definitely a bit of an evolution to look at there as far as the quality and the amount of content in each event. But yeah, let's go ahead and hop in. Okay, so like I said, we're going way back for this one. This is Halloween 2020. This event originally ran between October 1st and October 31st. And what this event added was a rare encounter. This is a 1 out of 10 encounter, these Puny Pumpkins here. And their gimmick is that they have 5 HP each, and they can only deal 1 damage at a time, and they can only take 1 damage at a time. Meaning that fighting these guys is extremely tedious, a bit annoying, probably a bit too annoying. Probably could have balanced it a bit better. Also keep in mind that if you run into these guys on low HP, you might be a little bit screwed. But the reason that you'd want to fight these guys is that they give a considerable amount more golden experience than the other encounters. At this point in the game, all we had were the lizards and the spiders, which I think gave maybe 2 to 3 gold experience per fight. And I believe these two, the Puny Pumpkins, give a whopping 20 experience and gold. And I think if you do the math, it is worth it to fight them, even with the battle taking so long. I think it slightly bumps your experience and gold per hour rates fighting them. But it's just so annoying and tedious and grueling to sit through this battle that I think I probably should have made it a bit easier. Maybe given them 3 HP or something, I don't know. But at the time, people weren't complaining, really. People were just happy to see something new in the game. People were happy to see something Halloween related in the game. The novelty of the game just being released and playable at all was still something that was super exciting. So people were happy. I remember it being a good time. But yeah, I think we're probably getting close to taking this guy down. So we can at least show the golden experience reward. But yeah, there was no items back then. There was really nothing unique that we could give these guys as a reward, except for just better golden experience rates. So that's what we did. Let's go ahead and take a look at the next event. So 1 month later, on November 1st, we replaced the Halloween event with the Thanksgiving event. And this one is fairly similar in style to the Halloween event. The game was a little bit far more progressed at this point. The level cap had been raised from 3 to 5, and we added the zone across the bridge. And what was included in this Thanksgiving event was that there was a rare mad turkey encounter on the other side of this bridge. I believe it was 1 out of 20, maybe? 1 out of 10, 1 out of 20, I'll have to check. But I went ahead and edited it, so it'd be 100% for the sake of this video. And this is him. This is the mad turkey. He's pretty mad. He's probably the angriest looking monster out of any monster in the game. But yeah, he hits pretty hard. You see he hit me for 11 damage there. I don't know, am I actually going to lose to this guy? I don't think it'll take more than 2 smacks to get him down, hopefully. Oh, no! Okay, we're fine. So, much like the Puny Pumpkins from the Halloween event, really all there was to gain from this guy was a big chunk of golden experience. I think it was 35 gold there and 50 experience. Still no items at this point to get from monster drops. But yeah, at this point, people were still just happy with a new monster to see and some better experience gold rates. It was fun. Let's go ahead and take a look at the next one. Jumping another month into the future, here December 1st, 2020, this would be the first Christmas event. And it's pretty similar to the Thanksgiving event that it replaced. But what is unique about this event is that it is the first ever holiday event to actually have unique mapping to it. We have this snowy area with these rocks, and if you look closely, you can see they're pulsing a bit. They have an animation there. And within this zone, there's some unique random encounters. There is also a rare encounter. The snowman is the rare encounter. It's probably 1 out of 20 or so. And this guy gives a lot of golden experience. Let's see if I can even kill him solo. I'm not even sure if I can, to be honest. Let's see, he doesn't hit that hard, I guess. What was tough about the game back then is that there wasn't different encounters and things for whether you're by yourself versus in a party of 2 versus in a party of 3. So solo play was really tough. The game was sort of just balanced to be too tough for solo players and too easy for groups of players. But yeah, there's this guy, this rare snowman, and still no item drops from event monsters. But yeah, 40 gold, 70 experience. It's kind of a lot. Let's see if we can get the other encounter here, the not rare one, just the regular one. Yeah. So you'd also come across these the slush here and the hoarfrost, which are meant to be sort of corrupted versions of the monsters that normally appear in this zone, the sludge and the evil stump. I'm probably going to die to these guys, but they're slightly tougher than their regular non-snowy counterparts, but they also give more golden experience. So yeah, we're seeing a pattern here. Pretty much all the old events, the reward was just getting a ton of golden experience, and this Christmas event was up to that point, the peak of that, because you could fight these guys over and over, and they would give more golden experience every round, whereas like Thanksgiving and Halloween, you'd have to wait for the rare encounters. Every single encounter gives a bit of boosted experience and gold from this event. But yeah, that's about it. Let's hop over to the next one. Fast forward to February 1st of 2021, we have our Valentine's event, first one ever. And this one's a little bit different. Unlike Christmas, there's not a unique area, but all of the areas of the game that have encounters have a new random encounter. And the rarity of this depends on how tough the zone you are in is. So for example, if I'm in the level 1 zone here, it's extremely rare to get the encounter, but the encounter is much easier. My idea was sort of just that pretty much no matter what level you are, you have a chance of participating in this content. Looking back on it, I don't think I like this so much. It felt a bit kind of weird and unbalanced, but I don't know. We were still figuring it out. Vaulty, though. Vaulty is our rare encounter here. She is an original character that we created, and I really like her. She's one of my favorite monsters that we've ever had in this game, if not my very favorite. I'm level 3, and this is the beginner zone, so she should be pretty easy to defeat. What's really cool about this event, though, is that not only does she give boosted golden experience for the zone, she also drops cosmetic items. You can see I just got a Rockstar hair drop. She has 4 possible cosmetics that she can drop. 1, the Rockstar hair that I just got from her. 2, the Princess Crown. 3, the Devil Horns. And then the Pink Hair Dye. So that was a lot of fun. Finally having an event that actually has rare items to grind for, that was massive, massive milestone. On to the next one. Our next holiday event here comes much later in the year. This is August 14th, 2021, which is also the 1-year anniversary of the game's original release. This event adds a new NPC in town, which goes ahead and informs you. Gilb says, "It is the 1-year anniversary of the creation of our world. There is a celebration happening in the Goblin Cave." So if I hop on my other character that I already have sitting by the Goblin Cave, we can see to the north here, there's a little piece of cake on the rock, and there's some balloons, and there's a brand new entryway right there. What could possibly be inside of there? Who knows? Yeah, so this event was a huge milestone in that it had a whole brand new section of the map. It had a unique NPC in town. It felt like a very cohesive piece of content that was really planned out start to finish. I remember at the time, a lot of people were complaining that it didn't have more. I guess just because it didn't have a boss battle, or they just wanted more stuff, or I don't know. Maybe just because there were still a lot of Newgrounds users playing or something, but I think this event is probably the largest jump as far as amount of content and quality that we've had in the history of holiday events. We have a lot of NPCs with sort of silly text referencing different contributors to the game, you know, devs and artists and community members, all these things, so that's fun. We have an NPC here who sells vanilla and chocolate cake, which are just reskins of health pots and mana pots. Kind of fun, kind of silly. This holiday event is also the first one that has Tom Ormer in it. Tom Ormer has become a staple for the holiday events. We actually include him in every holiday event now. And his purpose is to present a riddle. There's not really a feature in-game for being able to submit the answer to the riddle. The fun in it is kind of just the novelty of reading the NPC text and trying to figure it out. But I like it. We hide this guy in a different location for every event, and it's just a fun little thing to try to find him. So this event does have more than just NPCs and dialogue and things. There is a whole room with random encounters in it that we'll enter now. If we talk to this guy, he'll tell you, be careful in there. Goblin parties get a little violent. Yeah, if we hop in here, more NPCs, more fun interactions and stuff, but we also have these party goblins, these wacky party goblins. We have the juggler. The juggler hits you with 3 attacks in one turn. As you can see, he uses juggle 3 times, which was probably a little bit too strong. Especially if you're a wizard, you can get pretty messed up here by this guy. Honestly, I might die in this encounter. I should have brought some potions or something. I should have bought some cake is what I should have done. Oh, jeez. I have to escape here? Oh, okay, we're fine. So, I don't know if I'm going to make it successfully over there in this run, but one of the big things about this event as well is that there's a... Oh, jeez. Okay, well, it looks like I'm getting knocked out here, but I'll, let's go ahead and cut to me back at this place, not dead, and I'll show you what I'm talking about. Alrighty, yeah, what I wanted to show here was that we actually had a chest that was added to this event. It was added a bit later to the event, actually after the fact, but what it has is, classic dye, which if you read the description, a favorite among paladins, what this is the original colors that every paladin in this game had before we had character customization, before you got to choose your colors. Bear with me, my pizza came in between clips here, you gotta bear with me. Mushrooms and green peppers, good shit. So also, for the random encounters that we had, there was a rare drop chance for all of these for the birthday hats, 1 through 3. Show you what those look like. They're just different variants. We have the solid color, we got the dots, like the polka dots, and then we got the stripes. Or am I confusing this? No, yeah, that was right. So those are fun. They have a silly little walk animation too. They like bob side to side. But there's even more. There's a rare encounter in here, which is, I think we'll see it in a second if I walk around long enough, hopefully. Hopefully. Yeah! So, this is the Drip Pumpkin. Much like his name suggests, he is the Puny Pumpkin, but with drip. He has sunglasses and some Timbs on. You love to see it. A little bit silly, and probably the biggest meme of enemy we've ever had in this game. Silly little guy, but you know, birthday event, anything goes. He drops the sunglasses, long hair sunglasses. There are other types of sunglasses in this game, but not super necessary to talk about for the sake of this video. But yeah, you also, I didn't mention it before, but you may have noticed that there is a unique music track for not only when you're walking around in this room, but also the random encounters, so that's pretty sick. But yeah, as you can see, we really upped the scale for this event compared to previous ones. It took me, I spent days implementing this, and of course all the graphics and audio and all these things. A lot of work went into this one. I was really happy to release this one. Too bad, too bad everybody hated it. Okay, on to the next one. On September 1st, the 1-year anniversary birthday event was taken out of the game, and on October 1st, we get our second Halloween event. I actually did already make a video about this Halloween event, so if you'd really like to see the dungeon from this event in depth, be sure to check out that video on my channel, RetroMMO Halloween. So we do get the Puny Pumpkin back from last year. He's actually a global random encounter that you can get, I think maybe 1 out of 50 or 1 out of 40 or so chance across the entire game. See if we can run into him here on the world map. Yup. And we nerfed him a little bit, because like I said before, I thought he was a bit too tough and annoying last time. This time you just get 1 of them at a time. You don't get 2 of them per encounter. And he also only has 3 health, I believe, maybe? Let's see, I missed there. Okay, no, he still has 5 health, I guess. It's just that you only encounter 1 of them at a time. Which, yeah, I mean, that's a much nicer experience. This time around, though, you get more than just better golden experience rates from him. Although you probably do get a better experience gold drop, let's see. Yeah, 10 gold, 10 experience, same as last time. But he also drops this pumpkin dye, which if you equip that one, you can see it's orange with the black trim there. So that's cool. That's a little piece of content that anybody, regardless of your level, can do, which I thought was cool. But we also have this new portal in town, which takes you to an entire new zone. Got some NPCs to talk to here. They're mostly just warning you about the danger of going inside the manor. I didn't mention this NPC specifically when talking about the anniversary event, but this Mila NPC actually appeared in the anniversary event, the birthday event, with a bit of foreshadowing. She actually referenced that her buddy Dimitri wasn't invited to the party, and now here she is outside of Dimitri's manor, warning you to be careful in her buddy's house. Over here we have more, much like the birthday event, we have reskins for the potions. We got the red candy and the blue candy, health potion, mana potion equivalents. And if we go into the manor, it's an entire dungeon. Cat NPC. And some of these monsters have unique mechanics. The wing flap guy here, what do we call him? Skullbat. He's sort of like the juggler from the birthday event, except instead of hitting 3 times, he just hits twice, because 3 times was way too overpowered. This Doom Shroom monster here, he has a unique mechanic. You actually want to make sure to kill him last always, because if you don't, he'll explode with a really powerful AoE, so that was fun. There are new music tracks, as you can hear. Outside of the manor there was one, inside the manor, inside the battles, and then there's also a boss theme that we'll see a bit later on. I just missed a blue candy drop there. So I turned down the encounter rate a bit for the sake of demoing this. Hopefully I can make it to the boss in one piece. We also added a new mechanic for actually traversing the dungeon, which is this fireplace here. If you click enter, that's the secret to getting to the bottom floor. And, oh, uh-oh. This might be the death of me. I kind of want to just run. We'll try to kill. These Watchers have a pretty powerful magic attack. Okay, if I get him with the one-shot, it's not so bad. This dungeon's really tough. This dungeon's tougher than Goblin Cave. It's kind of ridiculous. Okay. Please kill. Please kill. Please kill. Okay. So yeah, lots of new monsters. As you can see, this is probably the highest effort piece of content in the game, period. A lot of work went into this one. A lot of graphics, a lot of map design. A ton of time was spent on this. So if we make it all the way down here to the boss room, here's Dimitri. I definitely will not be able to kill him solo, especially not with 10 HP, but let's go ahead and engage just so you can see what the guy looks like. He's got a pretty great theme. He's got a pretty awesome song. This guy's insanely powerful though. He definitely wants a full team of 3. He definitely wants a dedicated cleric on the team. If you do manage to kill him, he has a chance of dropping a few different rare things. So the cat mask and the mushroom hat and the toxic hair dye, these are from the random encounters. Rare drop from just grinding the random encounters inside of the manor. And then we also have Dimitri's tooth, which is just a reskin of the rusty dagger. Dimitri's cloak, which is a reskin of the tattered cloak. And then the Dimitri's scythe, which I already have equipped here, a reskin of the tenderizer. Those are all very rare drops from Dimitri himself. And then Dimitri also drops 2 cosmetics, the black dye, and where's the other one? Dimitri's hood. I can't actually show this one on a warrior though. I believe this was actually the first ever unlockable cosmetic we had that wasn't for any class to use, but yeah, let's show that one. Dimitri's hood, and this is of course a reference to the Black Mage from Final Fantasy. It's got that classic style. So yeah, massive event. People were satisfied with that one. I think the main thing that people were kind of bothered about the birthday event was why is there no boss battle? We want a new boss battle, and man, did we deliver with this one. Yeah, so that event was a ton of fun. One more thing that I totally forgot to mention is that Dimitri also drops boosts. They're the exact same ones that Big Gobble drops normally, but they're slightly more common and they're also black. They're just recolored differently. Just a fun little thing. Use them, applies just like normal. Fun stuff. On November 1st, we took down the Halloween event and replaced it with another Thanksgiving event. This one definitely dials back the scale a bit, more interesting than the previous Thanksgiving event, but massive step down from Halloween. We have NPC in town. This is Gilb, the same Gilb that appeared in town for the birthday event. Tells us turkeys raided the armory basement and headed for Goblin Cave. So that's sort of meant to be our hint towards where Tom Ormer is, which is in the armory basement. Tom made an appearance in the Halloween event as well, of course, in Dimitri's manor. I just didn't bother showing the location because, you know, who cares? But yeah, so the Mad Turkeys, they come back. They're in the cave, but this time around, they've got a couple rare drops. They have the Wishbone Wand, which is just a reskinned Crooked Wand for the Wizard. And then we have the Plumed Helm for the Warrior. This was actually one that used to be a default cosmetic option, and we took it out. We replaced it with a different one. So I thought between the explanation of the armory and it felt like it made sense for it to come back. And there was definitely some people that missed it too. Were sad that it was taken out. So it made sense to me. Fun event. Simple event. On December 1st, the Thanksgiving event is taken out and we get another Christmas event. As you can see, much like the previous year, we have this snowy area with the corrupted monsters that normally appear in this zone. If I can get into a random encounter, please. Hello? Yup. But this time we have a beautiful snowy battle background for it as well. The snowman makes a return as well with a rare encounter, maybe 1 out of 20, 1 out of 30 or so. But this time, instead of him just dropping better golden experience rates, we also have a new cosmetic from him, which I'll show off after this battle. This event I really consider to be the pinnacle of all holiday events, and it is also the most recent one we've released as of me recording this. The Frosty Hair Dye, though, is what you get from... Oh, I don't freaking have hair. Let's buy a hair cosmetic so we can actually see... Equipping the Frosty Hair Dye on my bald head. Like, look guys, the Frosty Hair Dye. No. Yeah, so this one's really the pinnacle of all the holiday events that we've had in my eyes, and... long hair. The reason for that is because it just has the most stuff. It has all the content from the Halloween event again, but with also that mid-level content on the overworld with the snowman and all that. I definitely did get a lot of crap for recycling content, but you know, whatever, fuck you. I think it's good. I think it fits. We have some graphical updates at least. We have snow over here. We have the fountain is frozen over with that same sort of like weird glowing stuff that you have in the rock and the overworld, and the NPC dialogue even changes to show that. Yeah, a glowing chunk of ice fell into the fountain. So I think it works. I like it. Instead of the Halloween candies, we have the red and blue candies. The red and blue candy canes, and everything inside of the dungeon is the exact same, except for Dimitri swapped out his cosmetic drops. Instead of the mask and the dye from before, we now have the Santa hat, and we have the dusk dye, which is like the black dye, but with a different color trim here. And I thought that was pretty fun. We finally have a Santa hat in the game. Fun cosmetic, if not the most fun cosmetic. And, oh, also, I won't bother walking all the way over, but I'll go ahead and show you on screen here that Dimitri, for this event, had a Santa hat added to his sprite, which was fun. And I also forgot to show earlier, we'll go ahead and put this on screen too right now, but I forgot to show you earlier that for the birthday event, Big Gobble had a birthday hat just during that duration as well. It's fun to do these little cosmetic changes where we can to bring a bit more life to the events. But yeah, that's pretty much it for all the RetroMMO Halloween events. And that brings us to present day, which is the Valentine's event for 2022, which is running throughout the entire month of February. Be sure to log in and give it a try. Valti is back from 2021. She's back again, but she has some new drops this time around. And there might be a little bit of other extra stuff too. We'll just have to log in and see. But yeah, that's pretty much it. I appreciate you guys sticking around, taking a look at the evolution of the RetroMMO holiday events. I think it's pretty cool to see how the game has grown over time and how we continue to try and top ourselves with these content releases. I'm really proud of everything that we've done, and I'm sure that in the future it's only going to get more and more crazy. Thanks, guys. One more thing before I go, I got to give a big shout out to the sponsor of this video, Covalence. Covalence is a full-stack web development bootcamp, and it is actually the school that I attended. Covalence's goal is to bring you from zero programming experience to a career-ready software developer, and that is exactly what they've done for me. If you're interested in learning web development, I highly recommend that you check them out. Links in the description. So once again, thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.